A dead man was put on trial? Imagine a courtroom where the defendant cannot speak, cannot breathe, and cannot even defend himself because he is dead. It sounds like a Gothic horror movie, but it actually happened. In the year 897, the Catholic Church held a trial where the accused was a corpse. A literal, decaying body sat in the Pope's throne, facing accusations of high treason. How could a dead man be held accountable by the living? A corpse sat in the defendant's chair. This isn't a metaphor. In the middle of a high-stakes ecclesiastical trial, the physical body of Pope Formosus was exhumed, dressed in full papal regalia, and propped up to face his accusers. Imagine the courtroom, the smell of decay, the silence of the deceased, and the intense, aggressive questioning directed at a skeleton. According to the laws of the time, the trial aimed to invalidate every decree Formosus had ever made. It was a legal impossibility, prosecuting a man who had been in the grave for months. The sheer audacity of bringing death into the courtroom defies everything we understand about justice and human decency. This isn't a legend whispered in dark corners. It is a documented, albeit horrific, chapter of history. Contemporary chronicles and ecclesiastical records from the late 9th century describe the Synodus Horrenda, or the Cadaver Synod. Skeptics might wonder if this was merely political propaganda, but the physical aftermath, the mutilation of the body and the subsequent political upheaval, was recorded by multiple sources. The trial wasn't just an act of madness. It was a calculated legal maneuver. The prosecution used the corpse to create a legal precedent that would render Formosus's entire papacy null and void, effectively rewriting the history of the Church through a trial of the dead. The drama began with Pope Stephen VI, who harbored a deep, bitter resentment toward his predecessor, Formosus. After exhuming the body, Stephen VI sat the corpse on a throne, assigning a deacon to speak on its behalf. The trial was a whirlwind of accusations: perjury, illegal ordinations, and violations of canon law. The verdict was swift and brutal. The corpse was found guilty. In a fit of rage and symbolic retribution, the 3 fingers used for papal blessings were hacked off the corpse's hands. The body was then dragged through the streets of Rome and tossed into the Tiber River, an attempt to erase Formosus from existence. The mechanism behind this madness was pure, unadulterated politics. This wasn't about theology, it was about legitimacy. In the fractured landscape of the 9th century papacy, whoever controlled the memory of the previous pope controlled the legality of the current one. By proving Formosus was an unlawful pope, Stephen VI could legally strike down any laws or appointments Formosus had made. The exhumation was a tool of political erasure. If the man was legally dead in the eyes of the law before his actual death, his entire reign became a legal void. It was a terrifyingly effective, albeit gruesome, way to use the law to execute a political coup. The chilling reality of medieval power struggles. This story reveals a dark truth about the limits of human morality when power is at stake. It shows that the law, when weaponized, can be used to violate even the sanctity of death. The Cadaver Synod serves as a grim reminder that the pursuit of authority can lead to the total abandonment of civilization. It forces us to look at history not as a series of dates, but as a series of human impulses, greed, vengeance, and the desperate need for control. It reminds us that even the most sacred institutions are subject to the darkest reaches of the human heart. The trial of a corpse remains one of the most bizarre moments in recorded history. It's a reminder that the truth is often stranger than fiction. If this story left you stunned, there are many more unbelievable truths waiting for you. Subscribe to Barely Believable and never stop questioning reality. If you want more videos like this, subscribe and follow Barely Believable. See you in the next one.